This is SEMA Central. I'm Kevin Ostie coming to you from the 2017 SEMA show here in Las Vegas. And one of the biggest areas of the whole SEMA experience and market is the off-road and four-wheel drive genre, if it is.
That's true.
And I'm joined now by Fred Williams from Dirt Every Day. Fred.
How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you
I
for
like
that.
your costume. It's really scary.
It's trying to be. Scarier than it was last year. So what's the latest with Dirt Every Day, man?
Dirt Every Day is just getting bigger and bigger. Recently, there's been a merger between the Enthusiast network and Studio 10, which is the company that I've been working with for years, and the Discovery Channel. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah,
they make stuff for television.
Oh, right, the box thing.
Yeah, the box thing. So we are merging with Discovery, and we have a lot of exciting news coming. Really cool technology so that people can watch shows, more shows. You can watch them on your phone, you can watch them on your computer, and we haven't really talked about it, but there may be some collaborations between all of the 10 studio, like the Roadkill type guys, and then the Dirt Every Day, our shows, and maybe some Velocity shows.
Right on.
You see some of these guys walking around, and maybe in the next year you might see us all doing projects together. So
that's cool. Very exciting.
Yeah.
And it's a, so the technical term, is it a merger, a partnership? It's not really an acquisition, it's just kind of everybody working together.
I don't really know the technical term for it. That's what all the suits and the big wigs back at the home office deal with. My job is to play with trucks and get other people excited about trucks, Jeeps, four-wheel drives, whether we're building a go-kart out of a motorhome, driving a Jeep underwater, any of that sort of thing, that's what I do. The technical hooba-joob to make it all work, that's for the smarter guys.
Right on. Well, it seems to make sense.
Yeah.
All the technical hooba-joob is referred to it. Yeah. So what's the current fun project you're working on now?
We are building a rock bouncer.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
we got a truck. It's a V10 Dodge. Rock bouncing's really big in the Southeast. It's where they build these full tube chassis, lots of tube work. They built really low, big tires, big horsepower, and they're trying to just launch them up really steep hills. If you've searched YouTube for rock bouncers, they're all over the place. Yeah. And so we wanted to see if we could build one. We have a pretty short time frame to build it, and we're building it on a budget. A lot of those guys spend lots and lots of money. But we started with a V10 Ram truck because the V10s are out there. A lot of people aren't buying them because they don't get the best fuel economy, but they make good power, and so it's a great platform to start with, plus solid axles front and rear.
Sure.
And we're gonna probably go out and bounce it up and down a hill a few times.
That's cool. Now, I know a lot of people that watch the shows that your team puts out. You mentioned the budget. There's always a question, you know, they watch the stuff and they go, yeah, well, you know, they say they have a certain amount of money, but really it's all backed by whoever. I mean, what's the reality there?
Well, it's different for every project. We have projects where we work with sponsors. We have other projects where it's the guys on the show, like bankrolling it. We have other projects where it's a mixture of corporate money and sponsorship and just random parts we have laying around. And we try to cover that full spectrum. We want to show brand new trucks getting built with brand new parts, support the aftermarket, but we also know that there's lots of kids watching this show, and they don't have, like, I get asked every day, how can I build something on 40-inch tires with 500 horsepower? By the way, I'm a kid in high school, I have no money.
Well, and there's adults with no money too.
Right. So we try to So we try to cover that spectrum. We try to show entry-level things. We try to show over-the-top crazy builds, and we try to show things in between that are like what a normal guy would build, has some budget or doesn't have some budget. You know, something that supports all of the aftermarket, because there's tons and tons of sponsors here making everything from superchargers to 40-inch tires, and there's a project out there for each of them. Plus, off-roading is so diverse. The type of four-wheeling they do in Florida or the Southeast is very different than what they do in Washington or the Pacific Northwest. And so there's lots of opportunities there. I mean, if we do 12 or 14 episodes a year, there's tons of opportunities for different types of vehicle builds.
Without a doubt.
And it's fun.
Well, that's even better. Yeah. What are you doing here this week?
We have a few interviews. We're actually going to do, my co-host Dave Chappelle will be flying in tonight, and we'll be doing some like autograph signing. We have one of my trucks in the 10 booth, so we'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon. And then a lot of it is walking around, seeing what's new in the industry, seeing what people are building. I think the off-road guys are, I don't want to say they're waiting, but they're definitely kind of holding their breath to see what the new Jeep's going to look like.
Yeah.
And there's also this Chevy ZR2 pickup truck, and I think a lot of us are wondering, is that truck going to get the same buzz as the Ford Raptor? Because it's a very high-performance pickup truck, and when the Raptor first came out, it was the same sort of thing, and we were like, well, no one's going to change it. They just, like, it's a great truck as
Good,
it is.
yeah, it's done.
That wasn't true.
Right.
Like, people spent money on top of their Ford Raptor, and we're like, wow, I wonder if the ZR2 will do the same thing. Will there be guys looking for winch bumpers and light bars, even better shocks, bigger tires, and it's a mid-size diesel pickup truck option. That's something the aftermarket and the off-road guys have been asking for a long time.
Yeah, you know they're going to support it.
Right, so
that's cool.
I kind of want to walk around here. I hear there's some cool ZR2s on display at the show, so I'm going to walk around and check those out.
Very cool. So if somebody's not familiar with Dirt Every Day, where can they find it?
Motor Trend On Demand is our site. It is where we have Dirt Every Day, Roadkill, a lot of other programs, and you guys can subscribe to this. You'll see all of our videos. We are at almost 75 episodes of Dirt Every Day.
Nice.
So we've been doing it for a couple of years now. It's a lot of fun, and we are also on all of the social media, the Instagrams, and all those other things, Twitters. So feel free to follow us on there. If you have questions about your four-wheel drive, or you have some silly idea project that's crazier than what we're already building, send us a message. We're always looking for more input and just to kind of get more feel on what the off-road industry is looking for.
Well, very cool, man. Fred, I appreciate you taking the time with us today.
Thank you.
And wish you a lot of fun with the Rock Bouncer and all the rest of the projects. I'm Kevin Ostie coming to you from SEMA Central here in Las Vegas for the 17 SEMA show.